Good evening, parents and students. This is Miss Gross again with some homework help. This week in math, we're talking about partial products multiplication. We're doing two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers in our multiplication, for example, like 49 times 3 or 24 times 5. And the goal of this week in math is to give the students a couple tools to stick in their tool belt of ways that they can solve two-digit by one-digit multiplication problems. So one of the tools that we are giving them this week is partial products and how to use that when they're solving a multiplication problem. So I'm going to give you a couple examples of what we would expect in a partial products multiplication problem so that your student can be more successful when they're practicing this strategy at home. So the first one that we're going to practice with is 24 times 5. So normally when you see a multiplication problem, or how we've seen it so far in class, is a horizontal way of writing it. So we're learning in partial products to write it in a vertical manner, which will be 24 times 5. Now when we do partial products, we've learned that it's really important to pay attention to the place value of our numbers. Now, we see that in the ones place we have a 4, whose value is 4 because he's in the ones place. In the tens place, we have a 2, whose value is 20 when he is in the tens place. Now, to solve our partial products multiplication, we're going to start with 5 times 4. Now, we've learned that 5 times 4 equals 20. Now that we've done 5 times 4, we're going to move over and we're going to do 5 times 20. Which we know equals 100. After we've done that, we can add these two numbers together, making sure that our place values are lined up, so our ones are lined up, our tens are lined up, and our hundreds are lined up. We don't have anything in the hundreds place on the top. We would do 0 plus 0, which we know is 0, 2 plus 0, which we know is 2, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So our answer is 120. So as a recap, we multiplied our ones together, we multiplied our 10 and our 1, and then we added them together to get the answer 120. Now, for another example, we are going to do, I'm going to erase this so that we can see our next one. We're going to do 49 times 3. With the same process, we see that in the ones place we have a 9, and a 9 in the ones place makes it a 9. In the tens place we have a 4, and a 4 in the tens place makes it 40. So, to start off by multiplying our ones together, we have 3 times 9, which we know is 27. Now our next one we have 3 times 40. Which is 120. We're going to add these together, making sure that our place values are lined up. 7 plus 0 is 7, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So our answer is 147. And that is how you do the partial products multiplication strategy. This is one of the more complicated multiplication strategies that we're teaching, but if it works for a student, then we encourage them to use it. Thank you. Have a good night.